For our summer vacation this year, Kellyn and I visited the Pacific Northwest and had a lot of fun with my siblings. Saw some beautiful scenery along the coast. Made my nephew's son very happy with the gift of a model train. Received a gift of an even better model train from my brother-in-law. Took an amazing ride on a big model train through a forest. Raced a real Amtrak train. Relaxed in this beautiful backyard retreat. And visited the town along the Columbia River where we plan to eventually retire and build our dream home. Our trip started with a long drive up Interstate 5 through California, where we got a great look at Mount Shasta, which still had some snow on it in spite of the warm summer air temperatures. Once we got into southern Oregon, we raced an Amtrak train on the tracks that parallel Highway 97 in the area of Klamath Falls. I got a kick out of seeing that Amtrak train because that second locomotive is a General Electric Dash 8, the exact same type of Amtrak locomotive that I have in my model train collection. My little scale model of the Amtrak Dash 8 is the fastest train in my collection, so I thought it was kind of ironic when I found myself racing alongside one on Highway 97 in Oregon. Right after racing that Amtrak train, we visited Train Mountain, the longest miniature railroad in the world. It's located just north of Klamath Falls in a beautiful area of forest not too far from Crater Lake National Park. We took a 2-hour ride around the big layout that winds through the forest there at Train Mountain, and I got to sit up at the front so my camera would have an unobstructed view. Hopefully, you've already seen the video I posted a few weeks ago all about our visit to Train Mountain. If not, there should be a link to it on the screen right about now. Then we made our way to Washington's Tri-Cities of Richland, Kennewick, and Pasco, located along the Columbia River. Hey, look, they even have cruise ships. My sister has a farm up here, and eventually, when I'm able to retire from my real job, Kellyn and I want to move up here and build our dream house. Speaking of dream houses, check out this pool we got to spend some time in while visiting with my Washington family. It gets really warm up here in the summertime on the east side of Washington, and it's always a treat to spend some time here in this pool on a hot summer day. I think I should have had a little more to drink on this particular day, though. I actually got a bit of heat stroke before the day was over. At my sister's farm, my brother-in-law, Big Jim K., took me in to the top secret location where he keeps one of his most prized possessions, a beautifully restored 1957 Ford truck. But there was another little jewel hidden among the boxes that he had stored in there, an old Bachmann brand train set that had been in his family for years and years. With his kids all grown, they hadn't run this train around the Christmas tree in a long time, so he wanted to give it to me since it's G-scale and fully compatible with all the trains in my collection. In my next video, you'll get a look at this little steam train running on my layout at home, and let me just say that I've been really happy with how well this nice gift from my brother-in-law has integrated with all my other G-scale model train equipment. You'll get a long look at it in my next video. After a few great days at my sister's farm, we headed over to the Oregon coast, where we met up with my brother and my other sister, and spent a few days just hanging out together at the coast, having fun, being tourists, and just enjoying each other's company. We try to get together like this just about every summer, and I'm in charge of getting one good photo of us together each year, and I think I nailed it this year. Each day we took a little drive along the coast and explored interesting places we found along the way. The coast of Oregon is incredibly beautiful, and summer is definitely when you want to visit there. In the winter, it's often gray and rainy and cold, but the weather we had for our visit in July was fantastic. There's a rugged beauty to the coastline here in Oregon, but it's also very tourist-friendly with everything a visitor would need, including lots of really nice places to stop for a good meal. We spent days here on the Oregon coast, just hiking and exploring and hanging out together as a family, having a lot of good laughs along the way. And everywhere we looked, it was just one beautiful scene after another. This scenic lighthouse near Florence, Oregon, was particularly beautiful. I got this nice shot of it from a scenic spot along the road, but we also hiked up to the lighthouse itself and enjoyed some amazing views along the way. At the beach, we got lucky and managed to catch the tide out, which exposed some pretty nice tide pools, where we found all sorts of interesting marine life to explore. It doesn't matter whether you are 6 years old or 60, it's always fun to poke around in a tide pool at low tide. Another interesting spot we visited was Sea Lion Caves. You park way up on a bluff overlooking this beautiful stretch of the coast, just north of the town of Florence, but then you take an elevator down through the rock, and at the bottom of the elevator, you literally end up inside a cave where lots of sea lions hang out. I totally blew it by only bringing my GoPro down into the cave with me and not bringing my big camera with a zoom lens. So this video I shot of the sea lions kind of sucks. Without a zoom lens, I couldn't get a close enough view for you to see it very well. Sorry. I had a pair of binoculars with me, and I tried holding the GoPro up to the binoculars, which gives you a bit of a close-up of some of the sea lions. But in spite of my bad video, I really did enjoy my visit to Sea Lion Caves, and really all of the Oregon coast and the Pacific Northwest. It was a fun vacation. In my next video, we'll take a longer look at that Bachmann steam train set that my brother-in-law gave me, running on a layout throughout my house back at home in California. I'm Jim Zim. I've taken 6 weeks of vacation time from work so far this year, and I've still got 2 more coming up between now and the end of the year. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my adventures, whether they be on land, or at sea, or just at home playing with model trains.